Hi guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel for a new music production video. Today I'm gonna show you step by step how I prepare a song to be mixed. Like I told you in a previous video, I like to work in 3 stages. I like to do my production in Ableton because the workflow is really fast. But afterwards I do my mixing and my mastering in Logic Pro. Now this track is finished in production wise, I mean. So what I will have to do is export it, and so I can start my mixing and I can prepare this track to be mixed in Logic Pro, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. So like you saw in the previous video, I like to work with a template and I like to have a really clear and ordered project. So I like also to number every track. And the reason why I do that is when I'm going to export it and to put it back in this DAW or in another DAW for the mixing, the order will still be the same thanks to the numbers. So what I always do in my project is put a limiter on my master channel. I start at 17.5 dB, so I can start producing into the limiter so that I'll make sure that I have enough headroom later on for my mixing and my mastering. So if I can play this track, you will see I still not hitting the limiter, so that means that we'll have enough headroom when I export the track. So the first thing I will do before I export it is to create a folder that I call stems. And the second thing is make sure that my sound ID reference is turned on, or off, sorry, is turned off. And I will also turn off my limiter. Now, my track is ready to be exported. Make sure to choose all individual tracks and to put on the normalize. A very important thing is, instead of putting the name of the song, when you export the stem, just put a hashtag, a dot, or whatever sign. That will make sure that it will be in the same order, because the numbers will be visible if you choose just one dot. If you choose a whole name, you will see first the name and then afterwards you only see the number. But I will show you this, you will understand it better when I show you the next step. So I already exported the stems to win some time, and now I can go over to Logic Pro. So here is Logic. I already imported the stems in Logic, and like I told you, you see, if you put a small sign before the number, you just have to drag them in the new DAW and the order will still be the same: the kick, the bass, the claps, the hi-hat, and so on. Okay, so my next stage is to prepare my track to be mixed, and like I told you, I like to do that in a specific and methodic way. So I will open my mixer, and the first thing I will do again in my mixing stage is put every track on minus 18 dB. So, and the next thing I do, I will put on every track a spectrum analyzer. So I think I made some mistake because I have to select them again, otherwise I will have to put the spectrum analyzer 10 times, and now it's done in one time. So all my channels are already good. My time frame, like you saw in my template, I don't need it. I don't need the delay, I don't need the reverb because I didn't use it in Ableton, so I can delete these 3 tracks. Perfect, and that's this track. I will mute it because it's the total track, but I only need the separate stems to start my mixing. The next stage, before I'm going to mix, I'm gonna put again my sound ID reference on the master channel, always as the last plugin, and then I will also use a limiter at 17.5 dB. Oops, So now my track is ready to start the mixing. What I also like to do is to choose a color. So my kick is most of the time blue, and that's because I always use the same things, like I told you a couple of times in my videos. Now I can choose the other colors. I won't do it now, but my track is now ready to be mixed. And I can listen to it. And like you see, I still got 6 dB of headroom, even with my limiter on 17.5 dB. Follow me for more tricks, and in the next video I will show you how I mix a track, how I export the mix, and how I master a track. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my videos. Thank you, bye bye.